Recording no issues.
Today only 4. Oh, what happened?
Yeah, we have 3 only. So no
Just
issues.
give me a moment. Just give me a moment,
Okay.
please.
Using 1556 server. So I hope that we have both the instances. So Harsha, which user we are using here for 1556? We are using
It's 156.
Signa only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Signa user. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Today I came up with some setups. Okay. So we need to create a user. Okay, the user. So we created the implementation user, but to do some kind of transactions, so we need to have the user. So the user can do the transactions. Okay. So the implementation user can do all the kind of setups, implementation kind of setups. Okay. So here let us create a user here. So let me go to the application. So here you can go to the setup and maintenance. So time being, both the instances are working fine. So we have both the servers, both are working fine. Okay. So select it. And
Raji, here in the
yeah.
navigation, I have doubt.
Okay.
See, when we select the offerings, whatever the financials or any other module, when
Okay.
you click on financials, and we are going to search tasks, and we are entering. Now you entered manage user,
Correct.
right? You entered search. So, like in eBiz, when we see the for every navigation, we can click and go down, drill down, and whatever we want, we can take, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same way, can we take here also, or do we need to search each time?
Oh, okay. So if you want to drill down, right? So in the drill down also you can do that. So for that, what you can do is, so here, okay, if you go to the concerned offering and then you can search it, or okay, or okay,
I don't want
uh,
to search here because
yeah,
sometimes you got my point, right? Sometimes I don't know what is the page name.
yeah,
So
okay.
when we have,
Okay, if you
oh,
don't,
this is the page.
okay, if you don't know, So if you don't know, even if you know the functionality, so which you want to define, then you can search it. Otherwise, what you can do is you can go to the so you manage implementation options. So manage implementation project. Okay, for example, so I had created a project here. So you need is you can drill down. You can drill down. You can click on say project, and there you can go to financials. So just click on here. Then you can go to uh, define common application configuration, and then you can go for the define implementation users. So then you click on implementation users like that. If you want to go for ledger data, go to ledger, and then go to the define accounting corporation, and you can see the ledgers, specify ledger options, all these things. Because if you don't know that, if you don't know the particular functionality, so then this is a way to query each and everything. You can query like this. For that, what you need to do is you need to create a implementation project and assign the offerings. And you can go to your implementation project, and then you can click on and each everything. Okay. So okay, I want to go for the business unit. Just click on the business unit, and these are all the business units. Okay, these are all related to business unit, manage business unit, business unit functionality. So whatever they are related to business unit, it will be there only. So you need to go to the concern functionality and just click on here. Then the form will be open. Got it right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Ours is Signa project, right? You just selected for just to show me this implementation, or
Yeah.
our.
I think we didn't create it. Long back we created a project. So then after that, this is changed, right? The server is changed.
Yeah, yeah.
We,
That time you are using the implementation 11, project 11.
yeah. So
Okay.
there are two ways. So one is you can go to the straight leaf offerings, and anyway is fine because at the end we are using the consent form only. Where you can use from the offering, or you can use from the project, because the in the project also just you are giving the name only, but there also you are assigning the financial offering. So the functionality is same. Okay,
Yeah.
but the usage process is different. What you can do is you can just go to the manage implementation option project and just click on. So
Yeah.
you can assign the project. You can create a project here. Okay, for time being, let me create it. So you can create a Signa project here. So
It's not required. I understand.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
No, anyhow, so we will have the data. So we will have find Signa finance project.
Sir, actually, this is an optional, right? Actually, we no need of this also. Without this also, we can progress.
Yeah, we can do that. We can directly go to the offerings. You can do that. The usage, the benefit of this one is in the implementation. Why we prepare the implementation project? So in that, so here, so you will know. You can give your start date, and you can give the finish date of the project, and also so okay, I have completed 10 tasks. Okay, so then here you can say that okay, this task is completed. Then you can say that tick mark, and this task is completed, tick mark. So then at the end of the time, so you will know that oh, okay, these tasks are completed, so others are remaining like that. So it's a kind of a okay, monitoring kind of thing. So for that purpose we use the project level. And okay, for example, there are different people. Okay, I am so a team of finance project, and some people are working for the supply chain project, and is in the same company. I'm saying for the Signa. So some are working for the HCM. So then what happened is, so you can segregate the project and different projects, and then you can work. So then at the end you can monitor. So in that way it will be helpful. But for the setup point, so you can query from the project side, implementation project, or from the offering side. Both are the same only. You will get the same result. Okay. So here also we are offering, we are assigning the offerings only. There also we are selecting the offering, and we are able to check all the setups. Okay. I think yesterday or the day before somebody asked me about this. Maybe Mr. Rag, or I don't know.
Sir, through this implementation project, do we can do any restrictions kind of things? for the particular user, we can assign this
Okay, so here what happens is, okay, for example, I am enabling all. Okay, so here I am enabling whatever related to finance, I am enabling everything. So you can do the restrictions here. Okay, if you don't want, if you are not doing any intercompany transactions, you don't need. And if you are not using the BI analytics, we have the analytics here. So if you are not using BI analytics, or if you are not using the APAR, so revenue management, so then you can restrict it. You can just you can uncheck, and then you will not see those tasks in our project. Okay, so just save and open project. Okay, so let me go for manage users. Okay, so we need users. Okay, you need to create the users. So then we can go for the procurement agents. Okay, which is related to the AP, the procurement agent. Okay, so who is responsible to collect all the material? Okay, and we can go for the accounting periods. So here, supplier is a critical job here. Okay, to create the supplier. So please be so concentrate on the supplier side. Okay, because others it is easy only from the AP side. So for supplier, so so it's not a difficult, but it is a challenge to get the supplier in the invoice. Let me. So we are in the Signa project and manage users.
what is the difference between different kind of users? Managed users means
Okay, so we have the we have the two types of users. One is implementation user and manage. This is a manage user. Okay, so implementation user is responsible for responsible for the creation of the setups and everything, and so he can also do some kind of stuff. But manage user can do, so he is not rest. So he can't do, so we can't use him for the implementation purpose until unless you assign the particular role. Okay. So and he is responsible for the transaction purpose. So all kind of transactions you can do that, especially while creation of the supplier or customer. So we need to have the employee. So okay, so the employee need to do that one. So you should be employee of the organization. Otherwise, we can't create suppliers and our customers for the organization. So that's why we have
this
two types of
managed
users:
user
implementation
means
user and the regular user.
so this Prasad, this manager means who are going to the do the business.
No, no, no. It is a manage, no, not manage. Manage users. Manage, not manage users. Manage means it's a kind of create or define. So you can see that it's a kind of a define user or create user or manage user. It's not manager. It's a manage user. That's all.
Yeah, managed
That
user
means we
means
are we are
what I'm
creating the users.
okay.
So manage legal entity. That means that define legal entity or create legal entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is here we are having two types of users. One is a managed user and another is a implementation user, right?
Yeah, the
So
yeah, implementation
implementation
user
means
or a regular user. So you can say that not manage user,
no,
the regular user, which
okay,
is
regular
related to
user.
transactions, and an implementation user. So implementation user is responsible for all the implementation stuff, and the regular user is for the transaction purpose. Okay. So usually what happens is once you implement the project, so but the implementation team will not be there, right? So then the users need to do the job. So you go, okay, I need to create 100 users for my company. So you need to use this manage users, for this kind of a transaction or this kind of a setup to create all the users for the company. Right, right? That's why. So do you still have any doubts or how it is?
No, 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 no.
Yeah. So let me go to the Excel here. User, implementation user. So he is responsible for transactions. He is responsible for setups. Okay.
My
So
my thought was the normal user, regular user was the employee for the company who used to perform the business.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, correct.
Raj, I think so. It's not that one, the employee or whoever. I think can I define this way? Implementation user is nothing but the system administrator who can do their setups or creations or anything. And the manage user is nothing but you are creating a user, and you are giving few responsibilities to that user. For example, Sudarshan having some responsibilities, and you are talking about Harsha or someone, you are giving some other responsibilities to him, like that, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where discuss. So here, the implementation user will not be so much time because okay, we started the implementation. Maybe it is 6 months. Okay, so and myself, you, and we are all the implementation team for the company called Signa, and Signa has their own users. Okay, so we are responsible to implement this product. But after some time, so once you go live the project, so then the Signa use will involve in the transaction part. So all the Signa users, so the company employees or users, okay, they have different users. So they have payroll users, and they have the AP users, ER users, GL users. So we will create all the users and we will assign the roles for them. So based on the role, they can work on the transaction.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Just click on here, and here you can create it. So just click on plus. So let me give a name, last name, and first name. So we have the Signa user, right? So let me give my name on.
Example, Signa user 1, Signa user 2, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can also do that one. Correct.
Normally in EBS, while creating a purchase order, there will be one. No, he will be the buyer. No, sorry.
Person type here, we are taking, okay, the different type contingent or employee, different workers. So I'm taking the employee here, and here we need to assign because the legal employer. So we need to assign here. So you observe, right? So in the implementation, in implementation, our user while creation of the implementation, so we don't have all these things. Okay, so we don't have the legal entity, we don't have the business unit. It is not asked there. Okay, because we are just implementing the product. So, but in the regular so user, the employee, so we need to mention for which company he is working and for which operating unit he is working. Okay. Okay. Signa LE. No legislative data group is associated with this legal employer. Select a different legal. Okay, legal is not associated. So in that case, what happens is we need to check the legal entity there. We need to go for the legal entity, manage the legal entity. So we need to be careful with this naming convention. Click on select and add, apply and go to task. Okay, so we have the Signa, right? Signa, it's ABC. Okay, select on close. So sometimes it is fast, sometimes it is slow. Okay, I didn't upload the last recording, right? So we'll do the both today. Save and close. So it's just running. Sorry. Apply and go to task. Because we need to assign the legal employer there, because that's why it is giving issue. So let me go to that. So just a minute, please.
Legal employer ఉంది కదా చెక్ బాక్స్ లీగల్ ఎంప్లాయర్ ఉంది
Okay, so it is getting slow. So okay, Signa LE. And click on save and close.
Sigma, right, Prasad? Sigma.
Yeah, Signa LE.
Sigma. Let me check.
Let me close everything and then refresh it.
Let me add that.
Okay, let me close and let me refresh it. The second one.
Prasad, on the screen, how we can able to search Prasad here? Okay. I got it. I'm not able to find that name, Prasad. Signal.
Okay. So no. So the link is opening. So it is giving a. It is
Yeah,
giving
it
a.
is fine for me.
Oh, link is opening, right?
I think so. You are searching in another instance, I think. 556, huh? Okay.
So that is the level 5 6, right? We are in level 5 6 only, right?
Okay. I am checking that 1535. Still on the top of the creation of legal entity, there is two check boxes, right? One is for legal employer, another one is you're talking about that one only.
Yeah. We need to do that. So, but it's opening. The form is opening for you. The application is opening for you.
For me, 1535 is opening, not 15.
Oh, 1535. Okay. Now it is open. I think. Yeah. Fine. Because sometimes we have this. Because we are using 1556 only.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I'm just querying the legal entity. I think this is the time most of the people are using this link. That's why it is giving issue. Okay, got it. Okay, fine. Now, so let me uncheck the payroll strategy unit and assign the payroll strategy unit here, which is a signal legal entity.
What is this payroll statutory unit?
So it deals with okay. So the payroll strategy unit is HCM related. Okay, so the employee payroll and everything so will be run based on the payroll strategy units, and all the payroll information you can see so for the based on this legal entity. So okay, that's why. So whenever we create an employee for the organization, we need to assign the legal entity. So that means that the employee is he is the employee for for that company, and then you can run the payroll for that company. So it's a payroll and it is related to payroll only because we are creating the employees, right? So whenever you create employee, you need to specify that for which company he is related with. And okay, so if you are assigning the company, then you need to mention for which kind of a payroll. Okay, for example, what I can do is, okay, I had recruited a person for ABC company. Then the payroll company is different. You can assign like this. Okay, so you are working for one company, and payroll company is different company. So you can assign
Okay.
like that. Yeah,
So we need to assign the payroll name here.
yeah. Payroll statutory units. So the payroll statutory unit, you can assign the same legal entity, or you can use other legal entity as well. But you need to
So
specify.
earlier it
So
was
yeah, you need
this
to
Signa
specify.
legal entity was
Yeah, you need to specify the which is the payroll unit for that concerned employee.
entity for the concern.
So that's why we got a error. So while defining the user. So let me go to there and let me try to use that.
If suppose we are creating another user Prasad, then for some other ledger,
Yeah,
for
so
same
yeah, any user we need to assign the legal entity, and that legal entity should have the statutory unit.
that may be different statutory unit, correct?
Yeah, so because if the same Cigna company, we need to use Cigna only for all the users. Okay,
Signa only. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Cigna only because the company is same one, right? Because okay, if Cigna has 1,000 employees, we need to use Cigna only. Okay, so if you're implementing for some other company, then that is different. So here the chance is because you can use so payroll unit will be different. Okay, for example, so I am working for some other company. So in that group, okay, it's a group of companies. So for that payroll is at different level. Okay, for example, I am working for Tata Group. So in that case, so I am working for TCS. Maybe my payroll may be in Tata Motors like that. So so you can put like that. But usually what happens is the payroll company is the same company where you are working. That is a regular fund. So here we got the error because of we didn't mention the payroll unit, the payroll statutory unit. But we didn't get all these things while creation of the implementation user. We didn't get all these errors because implementation user is a user who deals with the implementation of the project. So he is not an employee of the organization. So that's why. So we didn't get any error. We didn't assign the legal entity or business unit while creation of the implementation user. So here let me create the Cigna user one and test at the rate.
Prasad, I have one question, Prasad.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the legal entity page, we have selected two checkboxes. One is a statutory, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
first checkbox is for statutory unit. That itself is saying that this legal entity is a statutory unit for the particular employee who are creating. So now what we did is especially we uncheck that and we define the same name in the below.
Yeah, so because we are specifying that one, so we are specifying, so we uncheck that. So then we are specifying, so for which company we are. So what is a stat unit for that particular legal entity? We unchecked it, and if you once you uncheck, so then you will get the concerned stat unit enabled, and then you are specifying you are specifying the legal entity for the stat unit.
Okay. And okay, I will think about it.
This is related to payroll, HCM kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, but if you are not dealing with the employees, if you are not creating the employees, and if you are just going for business information, then so only for the implementation project, then you can use the in the same way. So which we did for the legal entity. But for whenever we use the employees, we need to specify their payroll unit. Cigna user, the person type is employee. and here you need to provide the layer entity. So our layer entity is so select the layer entity. Why you are getting it? Did we save it?
I think you have saved this up.
We saved it.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. We need to give a different level. Okay, we'll go on this. Right? So what I'm telling is, Prasad, here we have given the same legal entity. I mean, the checkbox itself is saying that we are using this legal entity, and again we are given the same name here also, especially in the here in that place. Here we need
Okay.
to give in the different legal entity. I think. For time being, if there any standard legal entity, we can check. I think so.
No standard legal entity. So because we can't give other legal entity here.
So if you want to give the same legal entity, then we can. If you check that checkbox itself enough, right? I think the first checkbox is itself saying that this is the legal entity we are using.
Okay. Okay.
Can we trial and error? Just select something, some other legal entity. Later we can edit that.
If
Okay.
standard also.
Something AMD, INC, AMX legal entity, something like that. Yeah.
Actually, I did it. So we assigned the same legal entity. Then it worked fine. So I'm just thinking. So why it is not? We can't use US1 legality because okay.
ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్ చెప్పు ఏంటి
So what I'm saying is I checked for other instance. Okay, so let me show you that. It is worked fine. So why it is not working for this one? Because both the instances are same only, right?
Accepted, Prasad, for me.
Sorry.
It accepted, Prasad, for me in 1535. I kept as legal entity the same two checkboxes,
Okay,
so it is
okay, okay,
accepted
okay,
for me.
okay, okay. Sorry. So we need to provide the Indian legal entity here. That payroll stat unit. It is an Indian legal entity. Okay, I forgot this because we need to give this. It's not a legal employee. We need to provide the India legal entity. So we need to give this India legal entity. Then only it will accept. Because the thing is that why I'm checking, we can't give each other legal entities, Mr. Harish, Harsha. This is because we are implementing, right. So it will give you a error while reporting all these things. Because if I give other legal entity for the payroll, so then it will be a problem for reporting a transaction side. So the setup is here.
So,
We need to give the India legal entity for this one.
so Raj, actually, we created Proton legal entity. I mean, you created.
Yeah.
So that legal entity you created with some different Indian currency, or what is here? Payroll statutory unit is India legal entity.
So it's a I registered this as India company because it's the address itself is India. Okay, so we are using the India legal entity payroll. But the payroll entity is India. Okay, so if it is a US, okay, if the address is a US, if it is registered in US, then you can go for the US payroll unit, US legal entity like that.
Is this
Is this interdependent with currency? Indian currency INR
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah. It is yeah, it is because we are using the legal entity and while creation of the ledger, yeah, we are using the legal entity and with the currency only, right? Then only we create the ledger based on the legal entity chart of accounts and currency, right?
uh,
okay.
Prasad, I have one question, Prasad. So this Indian legal entity is defined separately by you, or it's a default one?
No, it's a default one. So it is a default one.
So in the real time also we have to use the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. If you are using, if you are using for the if the company
India
is
legal
registered in
entities.
India, so then we are using the India legal entity, and if the company is registered in US, then we need to use the US legal entity like that.
Okay. Okay. So what it is saying actually by giving that, so these legal entities all are coming under India and the US in that way for that purpose only, that one.
Yeah, so this one is because all the employees, okay, whatever you're working for, so the company itself is registered in India, so it's a legal India legal entity, but whatever the payroll related of statutory kind of things will be applied based on the India only, the PF, everything. So you need to manage, you need to go through as per the Indian, so legal entity rules only.
Okay, okay, sir, okay. But for me in 15 in other is 1535, it is allowing me to create a user manage sorry regular user, because with I did the two checkboxes are same only for me in this. I did not apply this Indian legal entity.
Okay, you just disable that.
Yeah, the same thing as usual. Earlier, what we did, the same thing I'm having. What it is allowing me to create.
No, I didn't get you. So
So in my legal entity,
okay,
I did not given the Indian legal entity as you have given the statutory unit, right? That option I have, that value I did not given, even
okay,
though I'm able to create the user.
okay. You just unchecked that one,
No, no, I did not even uncheck those. Both are checked only.
but it is allowing you to create the user.
Yes, yes,
But so you are not getting any error while creation of the user.
yes.
How it will be? Because for me, I'm getting the.
One second. Okay.
It is allowing you.
Yes.
No, you need to
Yeah,
assign. You
I'm
need
just
to assign
checking.
the legal entity and the business unit as well.
Okay.
So it will give you error, right?
Okay. Maybe I did not assign the business name, Prasad. Okay,
Yeah.
I will check, Prasad. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Definitely. Sorry, sir.
So these are all the US legal entities. Okay, US legal entities. So
Mhm.
now, so let me go for the India legal entity here.
So here we can't assign US rate because our legal entity is based on Indian
Yeah,
principles.
yeah. That's why. So that's why we can't assign that
Yes.
India legal entity. Okay, fine. Okay, at least let us create one setup today. I planned for so many. Okay, fine, no issues. Payroll stat unit issue. Signa user one and email is so test at the rate gmail.com. Employee. So legal employee. So Signa Signa search. So now it is allowing and business unit is Signa. Signa in a business unit because these are all mandatory. So business unit and legal entity and save and close. Okay, I will come up. So in the next class, we will come up with a detailed analysis for the payroll unit. Okay. So sorry for the confusion here because we need to mention based on the location only. Okay. So as it is related to payroll, so we'll check the setups in payroll as well, HCM as well. Okay. So then we'll get back to you in the tomorrow class. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So at least let me go for this is simple setup. So let me create this one. So at least these setups and the others we can go for next class. Okay. The managed procurement agent is a simple setup. So because it is a dependent for many users. Okay. Once you create the users, then this will be easy only. Okay. Because I am not getting here because I am in compensation management. So select this one and select procurement agent. Procurement agent is responsible to he is a sourcing agent. Select and add, and here we need to give the Signa. You don't have Signa here.
You are in 35. Go back to 56.
Very good. Thank you. This is also a problem, right? So whenever you have different. Yeah, good. Signa. Okay. So let me give the okay. Let me create it. Not nice. Let me create the procurement agent here. The procurement agent here is because we could just created the employer, right? Just we need to give the business unit and agent and then say save it. That's it. So here I need to select the Signa business unit and provide the agent. So which is Signa user. Signa user. Yeah, Signa user one. Okay. Because Signa user is not getting you got my point because we have the Signa user as well. We have created Signa user one, but I am not getting Signa user because that is the implementation user. So that's why you can't get it. Only the transaction user, the employee user only we can get it here because it's related to transactions.
So, sir, after creating the regular user and assigning to agent, procurement agent, only, then he can do any purchase and all. Is it
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. So then only he can do the purchase related. So that's why procurement agent is the main thing for the sourcing. Okay. So now, so here these things we don't require the requisitions and purchase orders, all these things. Only the managed suppliers he can do that. So we allowed everything. Okay, we allowed everything. Whatever it is, we are allowed. He can do the suppliers, purchase orders, requisition, everything. Okay. So then save and close. We need to
And he
check.
can be also buyer, right?
Sorry.
He can also, this particular user
No,
what
no,
we
no,
created, he
no,
can
no.
also be a buyer.
Yeah. So here the procurement is nothing but a buyer only.
Okay.
Okay. It's a kind of buyer scenario only. Okay. So fine. So actually, anyhow, okay, we completed two setups here. Okay, let us meet up tomorrow. So tomorrow target is at least we can complete the invoice and payment related. Okay, we have
Tomorrow
some.
Saturday, so the class is there.
Okay, it is up to you only. Okay, if you have. Okay, yeah, up to you guys. Sir. Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah, just let us